Hi there and welcome back to Antiques Trade Secrets. In a couple of our other videos we've gone through identifying the date letters on British, particularly English sterling silver, and how you can work out how old your piece is and which resources to use to identify the exact date. A couple of people have asked, could we do the same thing for maker's marks? And so this video is an introduction to identifying who made your silver, where to look for further information, and the differences between similar maker's marks, things to watch out for. So first things first, by now if you've watched the other videos, and I'll put a link below if you want to look at those, you know that to identify English, Scottish and other provincial silver, you need to look for the Lion Passant, you need to look for the assay mark, which will signify the area of the United Kingdom where that piece was assayed. You can look at the date letter, how old is it, but often, hopefully, there will be a maker's mark. Who produced the piece of silver, who was the silversmith or the silversmithing plant where it was made. If we start by looking at three very similar objects, you'll see what I mean. Here are three silver ingots, all produced during 1977 to celebrate the Queen's Silver Jubilee. We know that because we have, unusually, the Queen's head on all three items at the bottom. Let's work up the date letter, C, C, C. In two of them, and I think in the other, the date letter there can be identified via a date chart to 1977, the date of the Queen's Silver Jubilee. Moving up one more place, 1, 2, 3, Lion Passants. The lion shown sideways on, signifying its sterling silver, 925 parts to 1,000 silver, together with an alloy. Next, the assay office. From my right over here, we have the anchor mark, which, as you'll know from the other video, signifies Birmingham. The leopard's head, which signifies London. Now we have here, it's a sort of flower design and is for Sheffield. Earlier on they had a crown, but by the 1970s that had changed to this. But what we're talking about is the little mark at the top. Here we have three initials, three more, and some letters here as well in a cartouche. These letters signify who made the silver, where it was produced, the silversmith, and in each case they are different. Now, it's a minefield to a degree sometimes if letters are common, trying to work out who the silversmith was. But I have a couple of fixes. Below are two links, one to a website we use, the other one to a book that I thoroughly recommend that also will help you identify maker's marks on British silver. Over here, slightly more obviously, is a salt, silver salt. Again, lion, leopard's head, date letter, maker's mark at the beginning. Quite a complex one, and an eyeglass, often needed just to identify that. Finally, maker's marks can be incredibly important in terms of value and collectability. Here's a pair of silver sugar tongs, nice bright cut silver, acorn design on the end. These are Georgian. How do we know? Because on this side, if it's possible to see, camera person, we've got the King's head for George III, a Lion Passant. No date letter, funnily enough, but on small items of silver from this age, that's not uncommon. But if I flip them over, and if you can see, yeah, it is that way around. This mark here, once cleaned, reveals HB. That's a lady called Hester Bateman, a famous English silversmith, and you can go away and find out why Hester Bateman, for example, makes such a difference to the value and collectability of a pair of silver sugar tongs. So, in a nutshell, as well as identifying the age of your silver through the date letter, it's quite fascinating and often quite financially improving for you as an owner to identify who made it. A simple pair of sugar tongs can be 30, 50, 100% more valuable depending on who actually made them. Similarly, many other items of modern silver can be identified to their makers, as well as older pieces of silver. So do check the links below. Please subscribe. We welcome you joining in. Comment, let us know what you think, what else you'd like videos on, and do check back soon. Bye for now.